Mist and twilight, cloud and shade, away shall fade, away shall fade. And it's New Year's Eve again. Stealing footage from Fox News on the Kal Kat show. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh shit. Too much eggnog. Oh boy. That Teddy's had a little too much eggnog. This is Radio KATS, Milpitas, San Jose. And yes. Let's see. Have that. I see me. And then you see Teddy Ruxpin from the classic 80s. Here he is. Anyway, so but yeah, let's see here. Yep. 11:52 New York time. This is Kal Kat, and Teddy Ruxpin barfing was probably the funniest part so far. There. But yeah, so yeah. Because you want to see me. Doesn't matter what's on the screen. You want to see me. Alright, so it's New Year's Eve. And the Cadabra is on this. Come here, Cadabra. Hello, kitty. This kitty is not a ventriloquist, Teddy Ruxpin. Kitty, kitty. It's freaked out by the Teddy Ruxpin. Hi, Cadabra. Hi, kitty. There's a kitty, kitty. You know what would really suck, boys and girls? If they made a sequel to Ghostbusters and cast all women for no apparent reason. Or if they made Star Trek 3 and had it directed by a race car guy. Or if they made a sequel to Prometheus. That would make me do this. Ugh. I think the race car guy is directing the next Prometheus. I mean Star Trek. Star Trek. Star Trek. Yeah. Ooh, see, he did a lot of crack. No. Yeah. So Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah. Live comedy sketch. We used to do these back in the 80s. They were radio sketches. So it's weird having to be a video sketch. And there's a Teddy Ruxpin right here on the set. That's just surreal. Doing a little go motion animation here. You know what? You know what's hilarious is it's 2015. It's gonna be 2015, and that means, boys and girls, that Doc Brown and Marty should be here any minute. Well, around November, and when they're here, yeah, we'll go back to the future or the past, or yeah, it'll be awesome. And also we have to have a Teddy Ruxpin because Robin Williams did a famous Teddy Ruxpin sketch where he implied that the kid was stoned with a Teddy Ruxpin. But this particular Teddy Ruxpin is from a flea market where I found him stoned already. Yeah, I had some of the good Berryessa stuff. I was blasted out of my mind. Yeah, and when I was blasted, and then there was another Teddy Ruxpin there with me, and he picked me up because I was the best, least messed up looking. One of my eyeballs was popped out. You can see that it sort of still is. Yes, that was because of the stroke from all of the cocaine and other drugs we were doing. Gruffy was into everything. Yes. So anyway, it's 4 minutes till New Year's. Yes. And now that it is 2015, it shall be the end of all creation as we know it. Ah! 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 Yeah, no, not really. You're weird. Ah. You're the... Aha. Were you ever a rapper? Yes. Yes, I was. Ugh. He's falling down drunk. Look at that. He fell down drunk. Can you believe it? See, Seth MacFarlane didn't do it right. His Teddy Ruxpin should have talked all nice and innocent, with an innocent voice, instead of a snarky sort of, I'm the guy. You know, I sound like the guy, Peter Griffin, yeah. Like, no. Anyway, there's the ball. It's going down. So we got to check the ball out. As the ball is dropping on 2014 and then begin 2015. Here we are, 2015, 2 years after the alleged Mayan calendar thing. Yeah, that was a bunch of bullshit, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, it was, Teddy. Yes, it was. So yeah, Teddy Ruxpin, everybody. Oh yeah, let's grab a transformer being here in the shot too. We are 3 minutes from thing. It's going down. Hold on a minute. Keep them amused, Teddy. Oh, fuck off. I wanted to just end the search. Okay, transformer. Alright. We got here Jetfire and Optimus Prime and Jetfire. Yes, that's... Kal Kat would totally do that. So, I'm going to put Jetfire right here. And as we come to the actual thing, the ball drop, we've got these guys, the Transformers. Shot. Well, you know they're here, so. So yeah, ball drop. 2015. 2014 is almost over, and flea market Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah, he had to dry out. He hasn't done any drugs since he got back. Since he got here. But here we go. So here we are. The ball's about to drop, and this is Kal Kat and Teddy Ruxpin and some Transformers. And it is 1 minute to everything. 27 seconds, actually. So, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. I can't see it anymore, but yeah, practically gonna happen. Seconds away from the ball drop in New York City. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 2015 in New York City, the Big Apple, right now. 2015. Yes, 9 o'clock here on the West Coast. But this is 2015. It is now officially New Year's 2015. Marty, you've got to come back with me. Back to the future. It's 2015. Where's the fucking flying cars? Where's that flying hoverboard? They did build a hoverboard, but yeah. It just doesn't work very well. So we do have hoverboards, but they kind of suck. They only move on certain, like, metal. They have the flying car, but it kind of sucks too. Yeah, you don't want to actually use it. Here we are, New Year's Eve, 2015, in the Big Apple. New Year's Eve, ladies and dreams. New Year's Eve. Holy shit. It's now New Year's Day, technically, in New York. And yeah, and Teddy Ruxpin has been chewing the fat on the set. But tonight's episode has actually just begun, because shortly to arrive are some other guests from the story of New Year's Day for the season finale of the Kal Kat Show. 11 minutes in. I hope it's not any more stuffed animals. I hope you didn't bring Ted in here, because I want to kick his ass, ripping off my shtick. No, we didn't bring Ted in. Good. But yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Yay, New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. Yeah. Tongue. we have a guest star. Well, we have a guest from over there at Exeter.com. We're going to do a little bit of Evie. Just a little bit. Because it's funny. So, here we are.
Hello.
Hello. Didn't work. Okay. Hello.
How are you doing?
Fine. It is New Year's. It is New Year's. It is New Year's.
I'm doing real good.
I'm doing real good. She doesn't care. Okay. She's doing real good. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of New Year's Day?
New York is interesting.
New York is interesting, she says. Oh, she thinks I said New York. I have not been there, but have seen it in the movies.
All right, I've got to go for the time being. I'll be back soon.
Happy New Year's. Cleverbot Evie, everybody. And to you too. Cleverbot Evie has to go talk to the other guy, the Irish guy, right? She's going off to talk to Ben. All right, Cleverbot. Later. That's great. The shortest conversation on Cleverbot Evie ever. This is Kal Kat, the Kal Kat stir. That was perfect. It was just perfect. All right, Happy New Year's. Yeah, let's get some more cast in the studio so crazy shit might just happen. Yeah, sure. I'm clapping about myself. What's going on? Silly Kelly, come back. Oh my God, that's the camera. A Teddy Ruxpin. Silly Kelly and the Teddy Ruxpin. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yes, amazing. You know these things were designed for children that didn't have very many friends? It's kind of messed up. But yes, yes. We do have something Teddy can eat. There you go. Oh boy! New Year's! Happy New Year's. Yes. Happy New Year's of the Kal Kat show. I'm Hobey Scrotchkins, the guru who wears a tie on his head. Yes. And the lens flares behind me because they have asked me to direct Star Trek 3. Just kidding. No, they have not. That would be awesome, but no. They didn't get this guy either. Yes. Yes, I am a strange combination of stereotypes. And no one seems to be watching my show. Come on, guys, watch my show. It's funny. I talk about arms and legs and strengths and stuff. And what's funny is I said we sent Kal Kat to the gym to give him some strengths, to the gym. So now he's going to look more like a martial sportist. But not totally buff. Not buff. Yes. And Mark's Cards was pointing out that I think the reason the show is not being watched by people, your fail show, is you don't fail. You do this stunt and you don't hurt yourself. So I'm not going to hurt myself. I am the expert of the silliness. Yeah, so yeah, because I'm the silliness and stuff. Alright, this hat, this giant's hat. This here's Clint Cowpoke. Welcome to the New Year's special. This is there's not as much comedy in this one, but we try to make it funny. So we threw in a part about what's his name, whatnot. And I am in the movie. Here's Optimus Prime. There's some of the characters from Transtech, the new Transtech, but we have not written it yet. So we have these robots here to inspire us to get written with that there script. Panda dogs on the TV. The Kal Kat Show. A season 6 tribute. Oh, and it is kind of confusing in the scheme of things, considering that virtually all of On Location and the Brown Video Productions and all that were done in-house in the city, and did them all in-house for well over 30 years, and no one got to see them. The journals and stuff were printed out. No one got to see them. Until sometimes the other stuff, videos got to see by relatives, friends got to see them. They were in-house, so they didn't go public. In other words, they were sort of in-house. Anyway, yeah, and people did get to see them. But once the videos actually started to get semi-famous, once the launch of the Kal Kat Show and the Shop Club, and other stuff like that, once that started, it created this weird sort of power vacuum. This weird sort of thing where they were like, oh, well, we have to, now you can't, like, mention names and stuff. Do this other stuff because, like, ooh, some of it might be questionable or something. None of it's been questionable unless you count the Disney parody songs. Some of our early audio sketches, if they're thinking that those audio sketches, which were in-house, friends and whatever, they didn't get out. They haven't been released. No, the Kal Kat Show is basically PG, so there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, Teddy Ruxpin, everybody. Yeah, I was in that sketch, the Teddy Ruxpin sketch that we did on the audio tape. I was in that. I was the freaked out little kid. Which is awesome. So yeah, of course I was 17. Anyway, but yeah. Bathroom humor. Yes, New Year's. It's New Year's. It's now 12:08 on the Fox television show. We have a kitty here, and we have another kitty. The kitten's downstairs. If you want to see him. Hi, kitty. Abra, the sweetie, sweetle, sweet. Abra. Abra. The kitty. Yeah. The silliness. The Salinas expert. Yes, Salinas expert. Salinas? Salinas. Yeah, and I have a tie on my head. And here we have unser Teddy Ruxpin. And yes, says McFarlane did not do his show right. In the same way that Johnny Carson many years ago, decades ago, in the 80s, around 84 or 85, did not do the Westheimer sketch correctly either. Or the Guru sketch. He didn't do that right either. So I combined them into this character. To make this character. This is a silly guy. Back then it was more hilarious because I had a whole head of blonde hair everywhere. And I was very hyper, and I was like, oh, yes, I can do Dr. Ruth's voice better than you. Observe. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Good Sex with Dr. Ruth Westheimer. I will be your sexual therapist. Do you have sexual problems for me? I can still do it. I still got it. Of course, do not take my advice about sex. Just don't. It's not a good idea. I'm mainly McDojo owner, Guru. Hi, I'm McDojo. Oh, not real one though. It's make believe. It is in my head. Ah. And depending on how much candy I have, it either goes away or comes back. Funny one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was too dark down there, so couldn't show you the kitten. But the kitten's around. So yeah. Also, there was a TV program being played, and we would have picked up the music from it. So, no kitten. on the New Year's special. It'll be around though. I'm sure there's going to be a 7th season. Yeah, just completed the 6th. Now the way the Kal Kat show does it is each year per season. So it's like kind of like reality TV does it. So 2009 was year 1, 2010's year 2, 2011's year 3, 2012's year 4, 2013's year 5, 2014 was year 6, and we are approaching season 7. We may start a little late into season 7 like we did season 6, but not due to canceling the other show or other things that were happening, but rather in this case it would be like, oh, we're doing it because Star Trek Chimera needs to complete filming in 2015, so we're going to rush in to do Chimera and film it. There will be a few episodes though. We won't completely edit it. We will reach 200 episodes. We've had 200 episodes online altogether on all of our channels, but because some of them were not being watched at all, we took them down. So most of the first 3 seasons nobody watches. The 4th, 5th, and 6th are the most popular, with the 6th, the last one, being the most. So yeah, it was great to do the mall one that we did, because we were able to do a mall one. We might do another one, but well, with those we have to redub all the audio. So because there's stuff playing in the mall. You know. But here we are, New Year's Eve, and now New Year's Day in New York. It's 11:12 on the TV, and but here, West Coast, it's 9:12. So, yeah, this is Silly Kelly. Dun 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 dun. 1985 was the 30th anniversary of the American Robotech. Transformers had been there for a year, Robotech. 1985 was also the first New Year's comedy audio tape from back in the day, 1985. 85, 86 actually next year, but technically the New Year's Eve 85. But yeah, Back to the Future as well took place part of that 2015. And it's funny how it doesn't, he doesn't. They made Marty McFly and everybody look way older than they actually would have been, because they were like teenagers then. They made them look ancient, like they were crispy or parboiled or something. But no, they would look older than me, but not much. Anyway, here we are. Yeah. New Year's on the TV screens of the America. How glorious such a state. I'm silly. But yes. Hobey Scrotchkins. And I look like I'm in the dark as I'm evil. The evil warlord of galaxies. And stuff. He was originally going to sound a little bit more like he was Korean or Chinese or something. But it would have sounded a little offensive, especially now that the Koreans do not like us over some movie about Seth Rogen. I have not seen it yet. And actually, we haven't seen 2 or 3 other good movies that just came out. We haven't seen them, so those Clara Awards are the correct ones. The announcement of that on the YouTubes, which is prominent in this episode. But yeah. So yes, yeah, we didn't see it. We didn't see the interview. We didn't see the 2 other dramas that just came out that are pretty good. We have not seen them, so they're not in the Clara Awards. However, when our Oscar recap comes along, then sure, we'll do something. We'll add some of them, like we did last year, and said, oh, well, all right, so, you know, that other one, the Dallas Buyer Club was, all right. But, 12 Years a Slave, yeah, okay. We give it an award, because it's there. It is interesting, though, that even this year, last year's Oscars, the Buyers Club, the Slave, the other ones, the American Hustle, all of those that got the Oscar, they're all on the bargain bin at the video store, all of them. I saw them today. They're all range in price from $9 down to $7.99. So apparently nobody really wants those movies, even though the Oscars love them. Is it because it's saturated and everyone's seen them? I don't think so. It's because they weren't really that good. And Oscar doesn't know what it's talking about. I've always said that. Now, when I receive my Oscar, I'm going to be like, yes, I love you all. Because I will kiss up to you. Because you're the Oscars. But yeah. That's the deal, you know. That's what you got to do in Hollywood. They say it's who you know, it's who you have blow, who you blow, and who you share the blow with. That was said by by many Hollywood people, including Richard Pryor. But also, I think it was said by the lady interviewing the video. The lady interviewing Teddy Ruxpin. Tell me who this is. Yeah. Oh, yes. Christy Miller's show. Got the most offensive video guys on her show and talked to them about stuff. And they said, yes, that's who you share blow with. Who you blow and who you share blow with. And that was actually Paul Moody said that. But yeah, he was a friend of Richard Pryor, so it works out. It's Richard Pryor, he was classic. But people have died this year, like Robin Williams, unfortunately, and Philip Seymour Hoffman died. Oh, a bunch of people. But yeah, it's like that sucked. Because all of these crazy sketches are like clearly emulating stuff Robin would have done. I mean, he totally would have been all over this. But like, what? Yeah, so it's time to party. Of course, half the time he was stoned out of his mind. Yes. Yeah. So, the funny thing is, I'm not stoned at all. I've not had anything. Nope. It's just naturally weird. Teddy Ruxpin is your friend, yes. I'm so Teddy Ruxpin, tell me what happened to Gruffy. He died. He died. The fuck. He died. He died. How long ago did he die? Years ago. Decades ago. He died of drugs. Drugs. He died of drugs. There you have it from Teddy Ruxpin. Gruffy died of drugs. Now he's puking again. But Jetfire has some words to say about that. Jetfire. Don't do drugs, kids. And knowing is half the battle. Yes. All right. Now, I leave of you, takings, and see you later. But to get to 2015, there will be a trans tech. At some point, there will be a launch of a new trans tech. Space Bridge. Great. Gonna be awesome. Haven't written the script yet. Star Trek Chimera will come out late in 2015, around summer, late summer. It's probably not going to be May. It's probably going to be late summer now. It's going to be delayed 3 months again. And then the Space Bridge is also coming. It's going to be very exciting, 2015. Let's see what else is coming. Oh, yes. We'll try to hook up another reunion idea. It didn't work in 2014. Try it again. And yes, if we did those on-location videos, we kept them up and we kept mine up. But no one is watching them either. Because, like, what is Pine Hill? What's that? That's where we came from. We had to put that in there. So, it's a programming of whatever we want to put on there. So, you don't care. As long as it sells. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it sells, actually. So, yeah, if we want to do more trans tech, we will do it. It does not matter. So, yeah, they just want to see their name in print. Oh. But I was like, oh. I said, okay, fine. And this past season, the one before, we'd done that, up to the middle of this one, we'd done that reality show idea that didn't work. We wanted to make a Valley Stories series and have an actual series with Dan and Pam and his kid. And this series was going to have like all this comedy stuff and they were going to crack jokes and be sarcastic, and it was going to be like literally the Dan show. He didn't do it. It never worked. Like every time there was a camera rolling or something, he didn't want to do anything. There were like very few scenes that actually had anything that worked. Was still the same thing, birthday events, or there were a birthday thing, or there was a wedding and all that. Those videos that we took down afterward, after that part got canceled. So there was the Kal Kat comedy show part of it, though, my show of me going on and acting crazy, was perfectly all right because it was just me doing it after a while. And then even Sparkle didn't want to do it anymore. She said, "Oh, I want to do my own. I want to be famous on my own, and I'm going to do that. And I don't want my embarrassing like birthday footage up there." So we took that down, and she got her own channel, and Pop's got his own channel, and not using real names, it's their sap names, and she doesn't post anything on her channel except for occasional concert videos. Actually, it's been almost a year since the last concert video on there. And the only reason it has any hits is because it's a video from its concert. That's the only reason. And we wanted them to put comedy stuff on there because she wanted to be famous in the wedding video. And the birthday video. She's like, "I want to be famous." Well, in order to be YouTube famous, you got to have just a bunch of stuff that's random all over a YouTube channel. You got to have like 50 videos or more with you saying random stuff. That's how to be famous on YouTube. That's how to do it. And then you get sponsors and stuff, and you get them. I haven't got the sponsors yet, but I'm working on it. But yeah, we don't have money. We're not making any money yet. It's non-profit. But yeah, and that's how you do it. That's how they all say you do it. You get the sponsors. The channels that are discouraging for the younger generation are the ones where they're like the guys that got an instant 100 million hits video immediately, or whatever. They're staged. The studios came out and they're like, "Oh, this YouTube thing is big. So if we market our song like What Was the Fox Say or whatever, and we say, okay, we're gonna make this jazzy song with foxes and furries running around in it." And yeah, it was a band somewhere in Europe, Australia or something. Swedish or Danish or something. And they made this ridiculous song, which is this fox making ring-a-ding noises. And it gets 500 million views because over the past 3 or 4 years. Not because it's so random and weird, but that's a given. It probably had 1 million views, just people wanting to know what's this all about. Those other views, the studio put them there. Come on. Come on, guys. Or the Vivo channel, where they got in trouble for posting like making their videos higher so they would get bigger revenue. They had to take some of them down. They still had plenty without taking them down. Yeah, and we would have done more music videos this year in league with the other channel, but she didn't, so we didn't. We would have done some more parodies, but we're like, well, there aren't enough parodies. We do have 11 minutes of Christmas video footage. We're not going to air it. It's not going to be aired, so we're not going to see it. Yeah. In deference to everybody mentioning their real name on it. It'll be in the archives, around video. Yeah, but this New Year's thing is me, so I can do whatever I want. Yeah, and my channels are still out there. The Pippin song. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's again. Just decided to throw that in there, just for the heck of it. You're all on set. And yeah, we lost one of the lights, but it's funny because I look all dark and sardonic. But yep, here's Jetfire. I am Jetfire, the most powerful Autobot. Clang. I can fly and possibly make love to whatever I want. Clang. No, I, Optimus Prime, can make love to whoever I want. Whenever I want. Well, no, I can. Well, how about me then? Very well. As long as Hollywood puts us in the movies, I'll do anything for $50. Oh, $50? Damn, you're cheap. Okay. Ew. Ew. They're making out. Yes. This little teddy bear is drunker than an ace of spades. Look at that, look at this. Teddy Ruxpin is drunk. He said that Gruffy died, Druffy killed him. He was killed. Well, actually, Gruffy wasn't killed exactly. He did drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. It'll fuck up your brain. Gruffy did lots of coke. You could tell. His nose was huge. He could snort a whole frickin' load of that stuff. And then Don Johnson showed up. And he was like, oh. And there was a gun battle. And then Don Johnson bravely fought off the gunman without firing a shot. And then Gruffy died from stray bullet fire and drugs. Yeah. He's full of crap. Yes, I am. For that there teddy bear's full of crap. Well, my sketch was weird. Well, season 7. It'll be even weirder. You know I'm serious. That's shit. Now. Yeah. Now I'm gonna do a song. Ding, 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 ding. Upon the hearth the fire was red. Beneath the roof there was a bed. But not yet weary are our feet. Still round the corner we may meet. A sodden tree or standing stone that none have seen but we alone. Tree and flower and leaf and grass, let them pass, let them pass. Hill and water under the sky, pass them by, pass them by. New road or a secret gate, and though we pass them by today, tomorrow we may come this way and take the hidden paths that run toward the moon or toward the sun. Bum, bum, bum. Apple, thorn, and nut and slow, let them go, let them go. Sand and stone and pool and dell, fare ye well, oh fare ye well. Home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread. Through shadows on the edge of night, until the stars are all alight. The world behind and home ahead. We'll wander back to home and bed. Mist and twilight, cloud and shade, away shall fade, away shall fade. Fire and lamp and meat and bread, and then to bed, then to bed. Oh yeah, so they're over there, and Pop has done some minor success as well, as because he does do video fails and video blogs and jumps and things and BMXing and skateboarding. Kal Kat was actually into riding his bike and doing stuff like that, like dirt bike stuff, not BMX, but like the kind of non-powered bike, Huffies and things like that, Treks, whatever they got now. But but not anymore. If I tried to do that now, I probably would fall and break something. But yeah, the random was us. So there you have it. And also, I don't know why the sister, why she doesn't do any videos. She totally should. But I guess she's worried that her work will find out about it if she does any videos. But she's the funniest one, though. If they ever wanted to make a sitcom out of the life of Brown Productions, it wouldn't be me, it'd be my sister. She's funnier. Actually, there are a funnier sister, the other sister in Jersey. She's funnier. If they two got together and did a sitcom, it'd be hilarious. But probably not what happened. They can be seen on the. There is some footage from the reunion video of them. So they're all around there. And the Giants picture is from the recent Christmas video. Yeah, so they did that again, even though for half of the year they were pretty much banished. But yeah, did it anyway. So came back and said, "Oh, it's like a reunion." Oh yeah, and speaking of reunions, we can go on to other stuff. I don't know how much of this you're going to use, but it's kind of funny. Jim Buffkin, Jim. I just mentioned his full real name. Great. Okay, let's try that again. Jim Tacon. He said Jim Tacon on that. Seemed to think that there was a reunion in the 2000s, and that he wasn't invited, and that Jason was there, and he was crippled, and there was other people there, and he missed out because he didn't want to go. Well, there wasn't a reunion in 2004. I don't know where he got that from. That would have been 2004. That would have been insane. No, there wasn't anything like that going on. There was nobody was in a wheelchair. There were other people on location undergrads that were in wheelchairs, and on location too, but they weren't anybody from Pine Hill. I don't know where he got that from. There was a lady who was in a wheelchair who happened to be the counselor at San Jose State at the time, and she was actually the mother of one of the notorious self-class students, which was funny because when I went there and found her last name was the same as this kid, I said, "You don't have a son named such and such." I can't say the name because maybe he's still out there. And she said, "Oh yeah, that's my kid." And it was from Pine Hill. So but the weird thing about that is like the disabled students counselor at Evergreen. This is years earlier. The Evergreen one was named Bill, and eventually he retired, and he was replaced by Rick. And Rick was after I left, he was replaced, and he was a teacher from the self class at Pine Hill. And maybe Jim is thinking that this Rick teacher guy who I saw was, and we can mention his first name since he won't care, but he knows anyway. But yeah, maybe he's thinking that somehow that is connected. Like there's, he was the disabled student person, so maybe I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. John didn't have a reunion either. What he probably was referring to was there was a get-together in 1990 for around the same time as the graduation at Pine Hill in 1990. And that was a year after I graduated, so a lot of the cast returned to see the school in 1990. And that wasn't a reunion. That was just, we went to the school meeting and the plays and stuff because we were still active in it. Because On Location at Pine Hill hadn't really ended. It had been shuffled off to Mark's Cards. And he was doing his Silver Creek version. And we went to cover it. So it was like, oh, well, we had to cover it for that magazine. Do this little thing. Go down back to Pine Hill and see this. And go to the graduation. Jim didn't go to that because he didn't know any Jim Tacon. Didn't go to that Jim Tacon. Didn't go to that because he didn't know anybody from 1990. And it would have been a little strange if he'd gone to that. So yeah, there was no... Strawberry never came back after the self class that I can recall. Even mentioned. But yeah, so here. There's a cat. Kitty, kitty. No. No. Oh, you're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. She's a kitty. She's purr. Maybe we'll get the American Earth guy on the show. No, we won't. That'd be funny. It'd be good ratings. No, then we'd have a bunch of like fringe conspiracy theorist people like commenting, you just don't understand conspiracy about the aliens at Roswell and you're just making fun of it. Oh, stop. We're going to sue you. That's our response to everything. We're going to sue you. You're libeling us. It's like, no, you're fringe guys. Nobody's being libeled. Even on that Jason Calavito blog, he can be libeled. It's like, come on. He's a blogger. Published author, blogger. Published more books than I have. So yeah, he's a little more famous, yeah. But infamous. But yeah, still a blogger though. He's of no threat to the American Unearthed show or History show. Teddy Ruxpin is not endorsing the use of firearms. Nope. I'm sure that Don Johnson did not show up and try to shoot Gruffy. That don't make no sense. Yeah. Well, I guess he could have if he wanted to. You know, like, Eagle. Well, Port have been Back to the Future. It's pretty silly. Kal Kat show will last another couple of years, I reckon. Till the future comes. Cadaver's about to turn the computer off. But yeah, that's Clint Cowpoke, and I sang this song for you, which is really bizarre because I figured I would do that because then it would be like, why is he singing a song? Strange. Hell. Also be. But we was joking because that kind of stuff is funny. Like, you know, in the past, you know, the bloggers and stuff invented that. The millennials think they invented the random, but they did not. The first randoms were invented by the long time ago, by our generation, maybe even a generation before. Think about it. Well, if you look at like the stuff like Robin Williams was doing, that was random. That was before us. He's the guy before us. He wasn't our generation. He was one before. But yeah, he was in the generation, so he's kind of there. But yeah, there you go. He random, yeah. Oh, my little kitten. Cadabra. From the very first Kal Kat episode. There she is. 6 years later. My kitty. The Gothic Cat of Gothic Cats. Hi, baby. Yeah. Speaking of like, yeah, speaking of gothic cats, there she goes again. But speaking of that, it's funny that like, some people at the church, there was this one church lady, she looked like, she was a goth. At one point, she was a rebel. And no one was surprised, which was funny. Like, yeah. Probably more of a poser, though. And Jim Takon and I had said a bunch of times that like, we were emos. I don't think we were emo. We were posers because we didn't really have a style. We didn't really have a style. We were just there. Well, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna stay up until midnight. What? Why do that? Here on the west. I'm not gonna. It's 10:06. I'm not gonna stay up for 2 more hours just to see New Year's the other way. So, Kadabra is trying to get in the way. Yeah, we're gonna have lots of Kadabra on the camera. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Mwah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Where is he? Dun dun. Kitten! There he is! There's the kitten! There he is! Hi, baby. Look at how big the kitten is. Oh my goodness. Look at the kitty. Oh my goodness. There he is. Hi, kitty. I'm almost out of tape, so it's just this one. There's a kitty. There's a kitty. New Year's kitty. Yay. Happy New Year, everybody. 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 Happy New Year. Kal Kat Show. Happy New Year. Oh, Teddy Ruxpin's passed out again. Yep. Come on down. Then to bed. So that was it. The Pippin song. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's again. Just decided to throw that in there, just for the heck of it. We're on set, and yeah, we lost one of the lights, but it's funny because I look all dark and start on. But yep. Here's Jeff.